Hi, I'm Judy McKee. I'm really glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here because I'm a sales trainer. And I have been teaching sales for 40, 50 years. I retired right about the time the COVID started. And so I tried to be retired. But retirement is just not something I like. I don't like it. It's boring. I've been working 40, 50 hours a week for 40 years. I am going to just share with you very casually some of the things that I've learned, and of course I will be glad. And these things will be things that you can put into place immediately. I'm going to be very casual about it. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to enjoy it. I will make jokes. Like I'm going to quit searching for the truth and look for a fantasy that I like. I want to enjoy my retirement. And the only way I can really enjoy it is to keep on teaching. So on YouTube, you will find my training program, but it's not going to be like a training program in a classroom or even on a video on the internet, on Zoom or something like that. What is going to happen is I'm just going to have an idea every day or every day that I record or every session that I record. And I'm going to share that idea with you so that you can make sure that your sales, your side hustle, your attempt to build your own company, your own business, your own sales, maybe if you're a coach, how you can direct other people by using excellent communication skills. I'm going to share them as time goes by. You can tune in anytime. You don't have to watch the other ones to get something out of this one. And that's going to be the thing that I love to do. I really love to teach other people. Well, basically, I love to teach them because what they do is they take what I taught them and they apply it to their life. And then they come back with the aha moments, and they tell me, oh, Judy, I tried what you told me. I have a good example of that. This just happened very recently. I wasn't training, I was working as a volunteer at this organization. And there's a young man who also volunteers there. And he's got a side hustle of his own. And he told me that people come up to him and say, what could be his lowest price? What would he really sell it for? What's the bottom line? And he says he's always confused there. And sometimes when he tells them what the bottom line is, they don't like that and they even go lower. Well, you see, there's a whole methodology going on there. There's a whole psychology going on there. And so you have to have a few of the rules in your own mind about how you're going to do these kinds of things. So I told him, well, the first thing you have to know is, let's say the price of your object is $200. That's what you've got the price made. That's the sign. It says $200. Or maybe there's no sign and he asks you how much and you say $200. And then after you say $200, he says, well, how low can you go? And he said, yes, that's what happens all the time. And I said, okay, so we've got a couple of problems here. And there are some rules about how to speak about money. So in this very first video, even though this is an opener and it's not truly a long-term lesson, I want you to know that there is a rule, or many rules, I've got 5 or 6 of them, when talking about money. So one of the rules is never end on the money. In other words, never end on the price. Never stop your conversation at the end of the price. So I told him, I said, all right, so let's say your price is $200. Someone asks you what it is, and you say $200. Now, the funny thing about that is that when you say $200, what's really you're saying is $200, take it or leave it. You're challenging your customer, and you don't want to do that. So let's say this in a way that will work for everybody. Okay? So I would include another little rule, and that is when someone challenges your price, that you not even give them one, but find out what their price is because that way you will never lose your face and you'll be more confident. So I told him, here's what I want you to say next time. When that customer says to you, how much is it? Your response should be something like, thank you so much for asking. Well, the price is $200, but I've had this only here for one day. So it is a piece of goods that you could get quickly, and you could get it first if you really want it. Would you like to take it home today? Now that's in my Llama technique, which I will explain on some other video. But you didn't give him the price, and you didn't end on the money, and you did end on a question to keep that conversation going. So I said, there's another way you can do it too. The person could say, is $200 your lowest price? And he said right away, that's the one I hate. And I said, okay. Well, what you want to do then is you want to say, well, thank you for being interested in this particular item. I do have a price. I do have a bottom line price. But what were you thinking? So that you get the customer to mention the price. That's the bottom line before you. Now here's what has to have happened even before you put the item up for sale. You have trusted yourself to pick a price that you will not go lower than. Okay? Don't go lower than a certain number. So if you say, oh, thank you for asking. Well, this is $200, but I always have a little room to negotiate. What did you have in mind? And that way, the customer will mention the price that he has in mind, and then you can be the one who decides whether you'll take it or not. Okay? Well, I'm going to have a million of those kinds of lessons for you. And I'm going to coach you. If you have any questions, you could send them in to me. And I will be glad to answer the questions live right on the session on YouTube. I will try to keep everything under 10 minutes, and really I want to make a bunch of them 5 minutes long so that you can tune in anytime you have a few minutes and maybe get an idea that'll make your sales more successful today, right now. I love selling, and all of the things I teach are based on what I call what works and what doesn't work. Now, what works and what doesn't work about what? Well, I want a long-term relationship with my clients. I don't want a one-hit trick. I don't want to give them urgency so that they have to buy today, because they may never come back, and I want my customer for life. So I'm going to give you my ideas. I've got journals for years. They're all up here. I got to 2018, 2012. I've got journals that I've kept over the years. And I'm going to open a journal page occasionally and say, wow, oh, this was a good day, or this was a bad day. I mean, we don't always have good days. But I want you to be more confident. And I want to have more fun in my retirement. That's basically why I started this. Because retirement is very boring to someone who's worked 40, 50 hours a week teaching and training other people. All right? So come and join me. Be with me. It is going to be as casual as I can make it. I've got a wonderful camera. I've got a great microphone. And I've got a million good ideas. So I want you to come with me if it's something you like. You know, tune into a few of them and see if you like them. I only want to teach people who are interested in doing what works. I want to teach people who really want to be successful, to sell a whole lot, but at the same time never lose a customer. It's not that easy. It's very simple. Just be sure you make your customer feel right and smart to talk to you. That's going to be the bottom line of everything. Well, I call it never make the customer feel wrong or stupid, because all people, including me, we all want to be right. And I know that. So I'm going to say things and do things and be brilliant at my product and service as I can in order to make you feel smart that you tuned in. That's my goal. I'm going to do that whether you come or not. I hope you do, and I hope you write to me and ask me some questions of things that happened to you in your sales career, and I will be so glad to answer them. Now, I am going to really finally get around to writing what works and what doesn't work, and that's going to be on the next session. So I'll see you on the next time around. I sure hope this works. This is the third one I've made. Checking the microphones, checking where I'm sitting, checking the light, etc., etc. I want it to be easy for you to watch and to learn from. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. What works and what doesn't work is on the next session. Bye.